Hello, Darla. Hello, Darla. Let me go mute that. Another beautiful day in East Texas. Sunny and warming up. Hey there, Zeph. So, when we left off last Sunday, let's see, what do we have done? We had the knife cut out. I had the bevels ground. Let's see, had I started sanding? I don't think so. I hear a dog. Oh, hello, Lucy Bell. Hello, baby. So what I did, and it took me about 2 or 3 days. I didn't work, hard on it. I did other things too. I've sanded it all down. I sanded it up to 1,000 grit. And then, hey Wyatt, how are you? And then I heat treated it. I tempered it. And then I had to resand from, about 800 back up to 1,000. So now we're at the point where I choose a handle, and I have a selection of wood here. I'm going to let y'all help me pick. And I have pins here. We can use solid brass. Let me get in a little closer here. Am I in the right spot? Are we still there? Jeez. I don't know if we're still live or not. Somebody called me. That says live. I'll just continue. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, I have solid brass pins, and then I have these mosaic pins. I'm trying to, yeah, there we go. And we can pick between that. We'll choose a handle and then pick the pins. And so, let me tell you what I have for wood. Is it bright enough in here? Let me turn the light on here. This is called Yucatan rosewood. And then I have this Honduran curly rosewood that's been stabilized. I have this heavily burled cherry that's been stabilized. And I have this white oak that I just found this morning in one of my drawers, and I cut it into handle size pieces. The drawback is it's really, it's right at the edge of the minimum of what I like to make my handles out of. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood. You can see where the end of the handle would be. So, I can make it work. But that's a beautiful piece of wood there, and I just found it this morning. So here's what we'll decide. Which wood to use. This is burled white oak. This is heavily burled cherry. Yucatan rosewood. Or the curly Honduran rosewood. And then whether we're going to put the solid pins in or the mosaic pins. So I'll keep an eye on the comments and see what y'all think. So here we go. I'm going to go look at the comments right now. Boy, that's kind of fuzzy. Huh. I don't guess I got a real good connection. Darla, Zeph, Wyatt, Andrew, Gregory, Andy, and Phil. How is everybody? I'm probably about a minute behind, or maybe not quite that long behind on between the time you leave a comment and the time I actually see it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to wave my hand in front of the camera and then count and see how long it is before it shows it up on my computer. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, it's only 3-second difference. So do y'all have any preference on wood and pins? Here's the knife. The wood on the top, that is curly Honduran rosewood. That is Yucatan rosewood. This is heavily burled cherry, and this is burled white oak. Yeah, I think you're right, Wyatt. A busy pattern requires a solid pin. I just started doing that too. Curly, that's 2 votes for the curly. Oh yeah, I'm glad MODOK loves his knife. The darker top wood with the plain pins, the darker top wood. I guess you're saying this one. That's the curly Honduran rosewood, and that's stabilized too. This is stabilized. That is a heavily burled cherry. So that's 3 votes for the Honduran rosewood. Four votes. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let me get these out of the way. And what about pin? Y'all want to go with the solid brass or the mosaic? Give me just a second. Mosaic, solid, mosaic. Solid. Okay, so solid, mosaic, solid, mosaic, solid. That's like 3 and 3 so far. We need a tiebreaker. Hey, Jesse. Well, I'll be the tiebreaker. We'll go with solid. Oh, there we go. Hey, Ron. Well, so that's 4 to, yeah, that's plenty. So we got five votes for solid brass. So what I do now is I take this over to the bench, the drill press. I'm going to move you over there first. It's going to be bumpy. Give me a second. Oh, I forgot my backer board. gotta take this over to the, come on, Brad, think. Good Lord, the bandsaw, my God. Coming down. I may have to change blades here because I got a really thick blade on there, and yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that, so give me just a second. Yeah, it's a terrible blade. I'll tell you, my next time I buy blades, I'm gonna be a little more selective about the brand I buy. These are just cheap blades. Um, All right, now we're in business. Let me get you a little closer here. I'm going to get a pencil and draw around that. Sorry, I just kicked you in the head. Well, that's a good smelling wood. I got to get an idea of where I want the front of this to be. Let me get a, oh, I got my pencil right here. Yeah, that'll look nice. Let me put this on before I forget it or lose the pieces. Now that I know that blade's good. Okay, now we sand the front edge of this because I can't get to it. Let's see, which side should you be on? How about right here? This is a noisy machine here. Coming on. Now I've got to grind my sand my bevels on, because once it's on the knife you can't sand the nose of this. So there we go. This is kind of a soft wood even though it's stabilized. Okay. Now I will, now we're going to be right here at the vise. Yeah, this is a newer Craftsman, and it's kind of crap, to tell you the truth. Just like the drill press. The drill press I got, Craftsman drill press, absolute crap. What I'm doing with these little pieces is just protecting the wood from the jaws of the vise. And get some sandpaper. All right, let me look at comments for a minute. Hey, Ann. Doc's World. All right, let me, this is, even though this is stabilized, this is kind of a soft wood. So now what I do is I sand this, because once you glue this down to the finished blade, there's nothing you can do to it. or else you'll scratch your blade up. I'm probably shaking the camera because you probably can't tell, but I'm a girthy fella. That's a lot of weight shaking this little portable building. And what I do with this is 180. This is real good sandpaper too. Made in Germany, Vitex. And if I run out, when I run out, I'm going to buy more. I found this in the garage when I bought this place. It had, my God, a huge stack of this stuff in the garage. Yeah, and then I go from 180 up to 220. I sand out all the sanding marks, so it'll be nice and pretty. Okay, while I'm doing this, be thinking about what kind of finish you want to put on this. Let me show you the knife again. It's right now it's sanded up to 1000. I could buff this on the buffer and put a super high shine on it, or I could do the acid wash and the acid etch and the stone wash, which I've been doing that to a lot of my knives lately, and I like the finish, but I also like the polish finish. But you won't be able to go in there with me because I have no signal in that room. It's about 30 feet away from the Wi-Fi booster right here. And for some reason, the second I leave this room, I have no Wi-Fi. So be considering that, and I'll do whatever you want me to do. I just won't be able to show you the buffing part if you decide you want buffing. All right, I'm going to move up to the next grade of sandpaper. All right, this is 220, 320, and 400. Hey, Daniel. That was you that called me a little while ago. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start making sheaths. So when I get a sheath made for that knife, I'll have you over and you can have a look at it and drink some coffee and acid wash. You like acid wash? Yeah, I like acid wash too. That's 2 for acid wash. There we go. I got glasses on, but I still can't see the close-up stuff that I want to see. All right, going up to 320. Hey, Major Payne, how are you, George? Phil Burr? I'm not sure how long the acid wash holds up, but the thing about it is it's real easy to do again if it wears off. Although it wouldn't be easy to stone tumble it, you wouldn't be able to stone tumble it again. I was feeling good now. Oh, honey. That's going to have some beautiful grain. All right, so let's look. Was it acid wash? Was you like shiny? So that's 2 for shiny and either 2 or 3 for acid wash. Okay, 3 for shiny. All right, I'm gonna. I have you plugged into my charger here. I'm gonna see if I can carry you in there to where my buffer is if I lose my signal. If I do lose my signal, just know that I'll be in there buffing this. Man, I got dust everywhere. And so anyway, let me unplug you and we'll go up in there. All right, now we're ready. Come on, Wi-Fi signal, hang in there. If I was gonna acid wash it, that's where I would do it. The acid is in that silver container right there, and then I tumble it in there. So we're still hooked up according to this. This is really loud in here. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. I'm gonna look for a comment. I'll tell you what, you can still see me? Okay, that's good. All right, well then, let me get my gloves because this gets kind of hot, so give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. I'm gonna check one more time, make sure we're still live. I'm just gonna assume we are and continue working. All right, this is loud. Gonna take a lot of work still. we still live? Someone give me a thumbs up if we're still live. Okay. All right. This is going to take hours of buffing. So I'm not going to make you sit here for hours and watch this. What I got to do is get on this. I have a really hard wheel right here. I'll do that a little bit, and you can just decide if you want to stay and watch or not. So I'm going to get on that hard wheel. And if you're not here when I get back, next Sunday, after I get this buffed out, next Sunday, I'll have these handles already glued on and we'll start working the handles. So if you're here when I get back, I'll see you then. But I know that this is vibrating the camera. This one might not be so bad because that one is not quite balanced. This is more balanced. So here we go. Oh yeah, gonna make a big difference. Oh man, that's good. When I put this on back on the other buffer, it's really going to look nice. So I'll tell you what, it's not going to take as long as I thought. Oh yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, that buffer makes all the difference in the world there. All right, I'm going to go back to the big buffer, for just a couple of seconds, and I actually should be able to get these glued on before you go. So here we go. Here we go. I'm not even going to sit. That's looking good. Okay, one more buffer. I got to put it on this one now with some white rouge. And the streaks you're seeing are the is the rouge, the polishing rouge. Here we go. It's a thing of beauty. Man, I tell you what, that is nice. This is probably the nicest one that's come out for me. I'll tell you what, let's go back into the shop. I'm going to put some acetone on this, clean all the grease and polish and stuff off of it. And can you see yourself? We'll put the handles on. Well, that's for sure. You can't make any shortcuts with a sandpaper. You absolutely got to sand it down. You can't skip any grades. Let me get you real close in here. There we go. Okay. All right, I'll read a few comments. Just a second. Okay. I'm going to read the comments. Yeah, I'm real fortunate to have this, Daniel. You won't believe what I give for this whole trailer and everything. I only give $5 grand for it. Okay, well, that was a long time ago. I guess you're gone. So, how was it? How clear was it in the polishing room? Could you see me pretty clearly? Hey, Johnny Solar, up there in Maine. Only got one eye. Okay, let's. I'm gonna clean this up with some acetone. I may have to do that twice because that was a lot of grease. Yeah, I got to get another rag. Give me a second. That polishing compound has a lot of grease in it, and I don't want to run the chance of this glue not sticking. All right. Let me dry fit these real quick. Make sure everything's gonna work. You see me okay? Let me wait a minute, see if I got you in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. My goodness, does this stuff stink? This is DevCon 5-minute epoxy, and my, does it stink? All right. Just a second, I gotta wipe this acetone off my hands. One more clap. Okay. Tell you what. So how long did that take? 56 minutes. Let me get some stuff out of the way. All right, this will by tomorrow morning that will be dry. And next next Sunday at noon, a bacon giveaway. Yeah, who's giving away bacon? Next Sunday we'll start working on the handles, and we'll put the finish on it. I think we can do all that. Duff Sweets. Hey man, hey y'all, the red bench grinder that I had the buffing wheel on, the red one, not the yellow one, Duff Sweets is the one that gave that to me. Cooking bacon. Oh, the sweet smell of bacon filling the room. I'm telling you. Well, y'all, it's been right at an hour, so I'll tell you what. Next Sunday at noon, we'll work on the handles. We'll have the handles done and probably the first coat of True Oil put on. And then the Sunday after that, we'll make a sheath. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing up. And I really appreciate you being here. It's been fun. So see you next Sunday. Y'all have a good day.